One, two, three, four, five. Oh, earrings. That's what I was going to get. Hi everybody, it's Carmen and welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new to sewing, or if you are like me, returning to sewing after a long time, welcome. And if you do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe below and hit that notification button, and you will be one of the first ones to know when I upload a brand new video. Well, this is kind of like a first quarter check-in on my goals. I wanted to also share with you some of the things that I've done or made in February, March, and April. Some of you follow me already on Instagram, so you've seen some of the makes already. I thought it'd be kind of cool to talk about my 2020 goals first quarter update. You may remember my 2020 goal was to sew one garment a month for the next 12 months for a total of 12 garments. If I sewed more than one a month, that was gravy, but the objective here was to shoot for one a month. You also may remember that I went through my closet and got rid of a lot of things that I didn't fit in anymore because I lost weight over these last 12, 14 to 18 months doing intermittent fasting. And I had a list of garments that I wanted to put back into my closet. So wrap dress was one of them. So January got started off with a great start. I was able to do a collaboration with Sharon from Sharon Sews, and we sewed the Vogue wrap dress. So in January, I got a great start. February, things started getting a little, I don't know. So in February, I was working on this, McCall's 9752. I was making that the middle version, 9752. Beautiful vintage pattern that I got in a recent vintage pattern haul. I got this great fabric from Joanne Fabrics. Don't know if you can see it there, but it is a gorgeous with beautiful drape. It has a vintage vibe to it, I think. It's gorgeous. It's going to be beautiful if I ever get to it. I know it doesn't look like very much now. I put the zipper in. Some of the gathers in the front came off, and I think that's where my problem started. So this, unfortunately, is in the UFO pile for now. So this was in February. I really want to get back to this. I think that my skill has gotten a little bit better with the recent projects that I had to make and then remake them again and then make them again. So this one is in the UFO pile for now. So February, I didn't really get my one make in. In March, I had my mom visiting me most of the month of March and some of April. And she is 86 years young. She sewed quite a bit when we were growing up. As a young woman, she sewed gloves. She made ladies' gloves in a factory in Puerto Rico. And then when she moved to Rochester, New York, she worked for two major textiles industries, factories in Rochester. One made men's suits. I think both of them made men's suits. So she did work there, and she had a sewing machine at home and would make clothing for us. But she doesn't sew very much now. She can't really work a machine and does a lot of hand sewing. So when she comes and visits, I like to try to plan easy sewing projects that she could help me with. So this year we did placemats and also an apron. So the placemats first. This is actually the first time I've ever done placemats. I know it's so basic, but this is the fabric. We got it from Walmart in the I think it's fabric that you would use like for upholstery and maybe outdoor. So we got this pattern with a coordinating solid for the back. This was a great project, a real super simple sew. If you're a beginner sewer, I encourage you to start with something like this because it was so easy to make, and you walk away with such a sense of accomplishment because you can use them right away. And that's what we did. We used them right away for dinner that evening. She was so proud of them. I will pop in some pictures of my mom working on some of the projects. This placemat tutorial actually was from Melanie Ham's Learn to Sew series that she just put together. I will link her below. If you are a beginner or if you are maybe giving a class to beginners, what a great project to start off with. The apron was Butterick 49.45. View E, which is this one here. And I gotta say, it was the first time I ever made an apron too. So I got some of my beginner projects out of the way, but she loved being involved in this. This is the apron. We made it, to coordinate with those placemats. It was really super simple. It's got a great little pocket that's put in kind of off on an angle there. It's got a beautiful little ruffle. And we coordinated the ties with that. So she was quite proud of her makes. In March, it was the March Madness Maxi Challenge. I was in the challenge with Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room and Sharon from Sharon Sews. And our challenge was to use the same fabric and sew a maxi using a vintage pattern. So to get my feet wet in making a maxi, I started off with New Look 6035. New Look 6035, another vintage pattern that I acquired from a recent pattern haul. And I was working on View B, the halter dress. So I did talk a little bit about the fit challenges with that bodice, and I will link that either up here or down below so you can see where I went into a little bit more detail on the fit of that bodice. I finally got the fit right on that one and finished the maxi. It was after, of course, the challenge, so it was really my April make, but I'm going to insert a picture here of that finished maxi because I'm so pleased with the outcome. So that was New Look 6035, great pattern. Once I got the fit issue right, I can't wait to make the others. So for the challenge, I made New Look 6774, New Look 6774 in a beautiful tropical print from Hawaii Fabric Mart, and I will insert some pictures. I love that dress. I love that dress. I can't wait to wear both of those maxi dresses. It is already hot enough here in Florida to be wearing them, and we are planning a vacation in August, so I hope to be able to wear them then. March was also the month of the mask. Were you making masks like millions of other sewers were making all over the United States? So I made probably about a total of 60 to 70 masks when it was all said and done. I started first in March by making one for my mom so she could fly back to Rochester. Because by the time they told us, this thing was coming or this thing was here, she was going to be flying back right into the epicenter in New York, and we could not find hand sanitizers, masks, any of those things. So luckily there was a couple of tutorials already starting to float around. I found one. I found a fairly easy one, and it's the one with the, this is the first one we made. So it's the one with the pleats and it goes around the ears. That was our first one, and that's the one that I sent Mom home with. After that, I created a few more. By that time, elastic was a commodity that you just couldn't find, like toilet paper. It was gone. You just couldn't find it. So I started making straps on mine, and this is what most of my family and friends ended up with. This is, I believe this was the pattern that Mimi G used and posted on her site, but there was also another person who made one very similar in shape that attached these straps, and I kind of followed a little bit of one and both at that time, so I have that. And then the third version of mask I made was this one, and I will link this lady below if you're interested. She tried to come up with a way of making a mask that was quick and still had a pocket. So this one has a pocket, so you could put some sort of filter. She talked about tissues, putting tissues in there. It sort of fits a little bit like a beak. I'll add a picture in here. And the ties, it tied around your head. So that was like another style that I experimented with. While it fit me okay, it did not fit my husband well, so I didn't go any further with this one. But that was, March was jam-packed full of masks, as I'm sure it was for you too. So I do have one fail. My April make for Easter was Quick Sew 4098. 4098, I made this one. And I will insert a picture. I'll insert a picture of what it looked like on Easter Sunday. Wah, wah. Yeah, I was not happy with that dress. I don't know. You know, you have to be a little bit of a detective, I think, when they have these descriptions that say semi-fitted. I mean, you know, that doesn't look semi-fitted. Does that look semi-fitted, that bodice, to you? Because that's what it says, semi-fitted bodice. And it wasn't. I have to take so much in on that one. I'm gonna save that dress. I know I am. I'm gonna either recut that bodice or because I hate to let all that fabric go to waste. So it is a beautiful fabric and it feels really nice on. It's going to make a gorgeous summertime dress. And I love that it had side pockets and everything. Actually, I don't even think, I actually put the inseam pockets because it has pockets that are right on top of the skirt there. So I was pretty proud of myself that I figured out how to put in an inseam pocket. I have the dress hanging right over here. That's why I keep looking over at it. It's my intention to work on it when I get motivated, because I don't know about you, but this coronavirus thing has, while I feel that I've been somewhat productive in sewing, it has demotivated me a little bit. So I've got a couple of fun, easy projects on the table, ready to cut, a couple of tops and maybe some shorts with a matching top. I'm also looking at that too. So, and I've organized my fabric so I know what I have now. It's all in one spot. I had some in a closet and some in a drawer and some somewhere else. So now it's all in one area. It's not a great big stash. I'll post a picture so you can see what I'm working with. Of course, nothing coordinates with anything. I saw pieces and I would buy pieces. And so now I refuse to buy anything else until I work through that little stash, whether I like the combination or not. So I do have a couple of solids in there that I think will make great staple pieces. And that is one of the things that I needed to work on for my wardrobe for 2020. My friends, thank you so much for coming into my sewing room. Stay safe and stay healthy and keep sewing. Talk to you soon.